Today, I wanted to talk about lead gen versus marketing. And you might go, well, Josiah, that kind of sounds like the same thing. And it kind of is. Hey everyone, welcome to Grow Your Solar Business. This week we're talking about lead gen versus marketing. This is a topic that came up, I don't know, probably about 2 weeks ago. And I've been thinking about it a lot and interested in talking about it. So if you have any questions, drop it in the comments. And as always, if you want a free PDF overview of this week's training, just drop info below. But today I wanted to talk about lead gen versus marketing. And you might go, well, Josiah, that kind of sounds like the same thing. And it kind of is. Kind of is. You can lead gen when you market, but you don't always market when you lead gen. And when you're doing them smartly, if you're marketing smartly, you're doing them together in a way that's complementary, right? You're doing marketing and getting leads and getting appointments and getting sales. So my definition, at least for today, so lead generation is an exchange of goods or services, right? You have $3,000. You give that to clean energy experts or home advisor or a certain marketing agency that pretends to be a marketing agency, but you just hand them a chunk of money and you get X amount of things back. In my head, that is lead gen in disguise, not an actual marketing agency. So lead generation or lead gen is an exchange of goods or services. Marketing is advertisements, videos, images, billboard, anything to get your name out there. That can result in leads, appointments, and or sales, but it also accomplishes branding, which is just getting the message and word of who your company is, what your company's doing out there, right? And so say you were to give $5,000 to clean energy experts, which a lot of our clients use clean energy experts. I've seen a lot of solar companies get great results with clean energy experts. I have nothing bad to say about clean energy experts. Say you give them $5,000. Clean energy experts is going to buy leads from agencies like Prospect Bacon, from other sources, and they're going to sell that data to you. So if your name is John Smith at ABC Solar Company, those leads are never going to hear about ABC Solar Company. You could be spending $100,000 a week on lead gen, and your solar reps could literally be knocking the doors of these people that are filling out these forms or there, and they'll have no idea the two things are ever associated, right? The average buyer, it takes 7 touches to get them to buy. And all of your touches you're paying for aren't even from your solar company, right? You're just paying for lead gen. Versus if you're investing that money in marketing, right? You're getting your name out there. You're pushing your website out there. People are understanding who your company is, what you do. They have some sense of you as a brand. And when you send your door knocker out in the neighborhood, or they see one of those install trucks, they know it's you, right? And the problem with unbranded marketing, if you're not branding your solar company, you are just generally tapping people, right? And the problem is, do you want to warm up leads for another solar company, right? Like that neighbor you talked to solar about all those times and they ended up getting solar with somebody else. That's not our job when we're spending dollars on marketing, right? Dollars are on employees as business owners. We should be deploying them in ways that make sense. So lead gen can be marketing. Marketing is not always lead gen. Another point about lead generation, I think that's really important is as of like right now, January 1st, 2025, you are not going to be legally allowed to call or interact with homeowner data that is not directly opted in to work with you. I don't really care what the call center bros are saying at this point. I have evolved past the point of caring about what most people opinion is, because fundamentally, right, legally, we should be not wanting to get in trouble with the law when we're running a solar company, right? Our business is under enough stress and scrupulation and regulation, right? We should be wanting to follow the law and not get sued for hundreds of thousands of dollars because we want to call homeowner data that's not opted in. I'm not going to spend a lot of time there. But if you are buying lead generation, which is perfectly legal right now, which is leads that have opted in to be contacted by X company and all of their partners, currently that data is illegal. Like January 1st, 2025, you're not really allowed to touch it anymore. The problem with spending money on LeadGen right now is you're buying data you're no longer going to be able to legally work. And so what I'm telling a lot of people right now, if you're depending heavily on LeadGen and you're not doing a lot of marketing, find a reputable marketing agency. I happen to know a good one, right? Prospect Bacon. If you didn't catch my, like, I was insinuating you should use my company. That was kind of the thing there. So if you didn't catch that, I spelled it out for you. You can pay for data, and that data will be opted into your solar company. They will have heard of your solar marketing or your solar company before, right? And we're warming them up, right? They see 2, 3, 4 ads from your solar company. Maybe one of your canvassers comes through the neighborhood. Maybe they see a Facebook ad, an Instagram ad, a YouTube ad. Maybe we grab them on Google search. Maybe we grab them on YouTube. Maybe we grab them on Facebook. We hit them with a marketplace image and then catch them in a reel. We are warming up the audience to the idea of you and your solar company. And once they opt in, you own that data forever, right? You can call them, text them. They've heard of you before. They know who you are, what you do, what you're offering. Because how many times when you're paying for lead gen are you dealing with leads that don't know who you are? They're expecting something you're not offering. And those are things you're kind of a slave to when you're not in charge of your marketing, right? So when you work with a legitimate marketing agency, you're approving creative, you're letting them know, hey, these are the offers we're working. This is the type of solar programs that work in my market or my area, versus lead gen's just kind of getting like nationwide, like generally blasted solar stuff. Lead generation is an exchange of goods or services, right? You give cash, you get X amount back. Marketing is branding that, when done right, results in leads, appointments, and sales. So marketing can be lead gen. All lead gen is not marketing. And I was talking about this to somebody who was spending quite a bit on lead gen recently. And I just asked a simple question, which was, hey, would you send a door-to-door rep out canvassing in a neighborhood with no badge, no company shirt, and say, hey, when you're like setting appointments for me, don't mention that we're ABC Solar Company? Well, why? You would say, Josiah, why would I do that? Why would I send an employee out there? Why would he not be wearing a hat? Why would he not have a magnet on his car or a company vehicle? Why would they not have a polo? Why would they not have flyers with my company name on there, right? I need to get my name out there in the same way. That sounds crazy to invest heavily in a door-to-door team and not to send all these people out. That's exactly the same way how you should feel about deploying dollars without branding or marketing your brand attached to it. And I get it. Solar has been such a gold rush, such a like low-hanging fruit industry for so long. But as the industry begins to tighten, as the industry begins to come less easy. Homeowners are less easily persuaded. They've heard more horror stories. They've seen worse things happen. It becomes even more and more important for homeowners to understand who you are in your market. If customers know you, like you, and trust you, they're going to trust you to save money on your energy bills. It's simple, right? A deal is made when the level of trust exceeds the level of risk. And there's a lot of you guys that are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on what is considered quote unquote marketing, but you're not telling the market anything about who you are. And as our industry continues to grow up, actually marketing your solar business is going to be one of the most important things that you do. You see the companies that have been out there building brands for the last 2, 3, 5, 7, 10 years, they're way ahead of the game. But the good news is, so is the rest of the industry, right? It's time to grow up, start actually investing in marketing services that grows your brand, grows your company, and brings you leads in return. This week's episode is sponsored by a few people this week. So I'd like to thank our sponsor, Prospect Bacon. I'd like to thank Prospect Bacon, and I'd like to especially thank Prospect Bacon for sponsoring this week's talk. So if you're looking for a good marketing agency that actually understands what marketing is, wants to work with you on your campaigns, offer offers that you actually offer that don't say free solar, drop a comment below. Feel free to DM me. I'd love to have a conversation, see if it makes sense to work together. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please give us a review and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, smash that like button and send us a subscribe as well. Or you can hang out with the cool kids at Grow Your Solar Business on Facebook. We'll see you next week. Adios.